one word, I'm sorry. I get my creativity from my father. Have you ever been to the aquarium? Google the coral reef for Pete's sake. Thanks for your advice. I've just lost my fear. Like, I'm not afraid of a blank canvas. I'm not afraid to be the canvas. I've been marred in the potter's hands and God don't use erasers. All on purpose, but what keeps you up at night? Are you afraid of midterms or board of directors? Thanks for your advice. I've just lost my fear of gravity. Since His Majesty came and grabbed me, I've often wondered, how loud does an alarm clock need to be to wake a dead man? Maybe you're right. I am too creative. See, I am afraid of being wrong, but if I am, tell me. I ain't afraid of correction. Humbly embrace lessons, just like you shouldn't be afraid of city permits. And submit to the process, because there's not one city permit that can stop what Elohim permits. I'm so comfortable with sovereignty, so done wasting words, so tired of lying to my father and the mirror. See, that's where I get my courage from. My spine. It ain't naturally stainless steel. And you can have freely what I've learned from failing miserably. And I guess this statement shook me, because honestly, I'm terrified. Terrified of wasting time. But you can bet your good graces I ain't afraid of their faces. Hearts of men wax cold, out your mind soul. It's the guts that say no, then nosedive. Follow commandments that don't make sense. See, God says learn to walk worthy. And if you understood the cross, you'd see that command was such a paradox. I think I understand now between heresies and Pharisees, between schemes to get rich and work to attain wealth. This is why I graciously smile, because truthfully, they're scared. Scared like most of us are. That you just wasted another chapter. Spent a couple hundred hours to do the same thing you've been doing. You're scared that you are just like your parents. That your ideas ain't original. That you are okay with mediocre. Your product is mediocre. Your grades are mediocre. And the best you've ever been and ever will be is so-so. Homie, this ain't a movie. You might go bankrupt and fail like the rest of us. You scared like I am. That I've grown irrelevant. Like, is this really happening? Am I still rapping? Still doing the same thing I was doing when I was 15? And you scared. You only give because it's a tax write-off. Or to Africa to prove you ain't racist. When's the last time you gave a gardener a cup of water? I don't even know our groundskeeper's name, and that vato wears a name tag. You scared. That we're born eagles walking among chickens. As if these agitated shoulder blades ain't never sprouted wings. I was recently told I was too creative. That shook me to the core. I had no excuse for fear. I should be roller skating around Saturn, looking down at satellites. And if you muster up the bravery, you get this one day. We fooled you. This ain't a poem. This right here is a runway. Why you ain't flying? Why you ain't flying? This ain't pretty good on time. All right. Everybody else is very fresh, man. Can you guys make some noise for them? Okay, you gotta find it somewhere in your soul. It's the last bit of strength that'll take you on home. Just find it. Somewhere in your heart to put the past in the past and go back to the start. See me? Selfish, prideful, come get an eyeful. It's an ugly dark stain on a once wonderful resume. See? It leisurely strolls down the road of perdition. It leaves a man wishing for his old position. And I know it's so empty, but it's still so tempting. And if I ever lose sight, come and get me. You gotta dig. See See, she's a jewel in your crown, and don't trade $1 million future for a nickel right now. And Mama said, leave a place better than you found it. And looking in her eyes, I realize how profound that is. Dig, like there's no tomorrow. Dig like you living on time that's borrowed. Dig, homie, it's in there somewhere. Dig like your life depends on it, cause it does. Dig. And my grandma, she touched down. Fresh from Dallas, Texas, a block from Ghost Town. Natural born wire, a Rottweiler survivor. And she loved good old kids, but them streets were a beast. And by God's grace alone, 3 out of the 4 made it. Now the son of second born is rocking microphones, and it is so lovely. I wish it could hug me. My city, it's dirty and it stinks, but it's mine for the keeps. A cold piece of work, the son of a 9-to-5er, civil rights and Vietnam War survivor. And they told my grandpapi that blacks were not human, but that didn't stop the movement. You gotta dig and find it. When the wind sings the songs of the dedicated few that wouldn't fall headlong, just find it and watch me tighten my belt. When the prayers of this poet's a desperate cry for help. See, I desire a higher outcome than we get you. Forgive me if I dismiss you. It ain't to dish you. I am not a roster. Don't let the dreads fool me. But I take Josh serious, and if it's cool, let me school you, dig. And I can't say I'm not tired, or felt a little envious of names on the flyers. Empty-handed and homesick, though I know my flow's sick. If y'all only knew how cold this road gets, dig. And if I ever lose sight, come and get me. You gotta dig. I ain't all this on the canvas. Remind me of my own words, though I can't stand it. Hold me accountable. Call me on my laziness. Call me by my birth name. Look me in the face and dig. And if I ever lose sight, come and get me. You gotta dig. Last one, I'm out your way. Have you guys enjoyed yourself? Get y'all in fasting time. Okay, listen, my next record will make no mention of champagne, strippers, or haters. It will not compare rap to crack. There'll be no stories of me being caught cheating. I've never sold a drug. My next record will not refer to jail time as a purpose for credibility on the mic. I've never been locked up. My next record will not speak of my mistakes solely in the past tense. Although I've been redeemed, I am far from perfect. My next record will not speak of money in any way, shape, or form greater than a means to an end. It will not speak of women in terms of parts. It will not exalt hip-hop or poetry as the answer to all societal woes. It won't proclaim me as the best rapper alive. It will not constantly tell you how dope I am. My hope is that's painfully obvious. My next record will not melt your face off literally, but figuratively. It'll be vividly sound and awkwardly awesome. People that disagree with this worldview will like it. People that don't like hip-hop will like it. It will offend you. It might inspire you. My next record will not sound like or outsell Lecrae's record, Drake's record, J. Cole's record, or Wiz Khalifa's. It will not say crunk or swag at any point. My daughter will love it, yet she'll probably still like Hannah Montana more. I pray she grows out of that stage very quickly. My next record will make headliners nervous. There'll be no profanity, but a lot of big words. Multiple wordplays, political statements that black people normally don't make. It'll honor our people's achievements and ridicule our ridiculous glorification of pimps and obsession with ignorance. It'll attack black church practices that are clearly unbiblical, poke-funded activists that only rep at poetry venues, and these backpacker young MCs who swear they know hip-hop because they got a Wu-Tang album. You've been 2 decades, little man. My next record, it will not change change the world, but it will touch it. My next record will be thoroughly and consistently, with all my abilities, so help me, Lord. Excellent. Thanks, guys.